Meet Sangmarie Gomez in the Gambia, Africa. Here he is playing with some of the children of Mandoa, his home village, during the Christmas 2018 break. Later, with his mother, he's preparing Christmas lunch for the family. Sangmarie grew up with a violently alcoholic father who regularly beat his mother and left the family destitute when Sang was 18. As a result, he developed a burning desire to help women and children and a financially impossible dream, to study and become a nurse. Sang's mother worked extremely hard to support and educate her family. She got him through secondary school, but nursing was out of reach. When we met in May 2018, Sangmarie was effectively son, husband, father, uncle and nephew to 9 other children and adults. The family did whatever they could to get by, but it was subsistence living. Sangmarie's first miracle happened when circumstances conspired and headmaster Mr. Dudu Sanyang agreed to let Sangmarie study nursing without having to pay his school fees up front. He still had to pay fees, just later. He was excited to start training, but Gambian students can't work while they learn. He had no food, and that's when I decided to see if I could help. Classes move through everything from documentation to making a bed, basic examination techniques, wound dressings, and much more. Here are students doing eye exams during an eye health clinic. I started doing weekly fundraising updates on Facebook to ask for support, and Sangmarie's supporters became Sangmarie's angels. To all our angels, thank you so much. Without you, we wouldn't be here. See that look of wonder? This is the first newborn baby Sangmarie ever attended. The students were often out in their communities doing health checks. This was during Phase 2, Child Health and Midwifery. Here is Sang's class just before and then during their Phase 2 exams. Then it was time for Sangmarie's first clinical practical at Banjalunding Hospital. Here he is installing his first ever cannula, an IV drip, for a real patient.
Okay, class, we are here to present a topic called glaucoma. We want to get to the eye unit. We were once at the eye unit, so we are here to present you on the glaucoma. First of all, before I will go on, is there anyone who can tell us about anything about glaucoma?
Alright, that's how he did. Hand washing and just provide it comfort.
Running water isn't common, so hand washing stations were set up to support hygiene. Sangmarie went hungry sometimes and we were pushed to keep him fed and housed. He took these photos after we sent him funds for food because he hadn't eaten for a day or so. The Gambian supply chain failed. Hunger was everywhere. Together, we managed to give food to 15 families. The government didn't seem to be able to help, so it was precious to give a little relief to some of Sang's neighbours.
Then you lather your hands with soap. Lather. And you rub it with your very simple. That's all. No.
You can see it in my room. So you can see my room. That's where I put my suit. And I get a big mirror. You see? That's my seat and my table. Those are my Bibles. You can see my Bibles. I'm going for reading. You see my table. My New Testament, and there's a Sunday Michel This Sunday Michelle, we use this for readings in the church on Sundays. You can. So you can see that's some of our artwork in the junior school, and you can see that it's another artwork. It's an African coral, and I'm gonna need to get this battery for light, so you can get light. It's a car battery. I'm gonna do charge it here, so you can get light at night. So you can see the bulb. So you can see it's much better, you know. The room is well renovated. You can see my bed on the floor. You can see it. So, and this place, this floor is cemented. It's good. Much better. So thank you, sweetheart. Alright, thank you so much. I'm so grateful, you know, for your kind support, and it's so beautiful to have this, you know. It's a great pleasure, you know, to say I'm so grateful, and then with your beautiful support, I'm able to get this. And I know a lot of people in the Gambia here or Africa cannot afford this, and a lot of students cannot afford this, and I get this chance, and I will say a big thank you to you guys.
Sangmarie Go.
At the end of Phase 3, each team of students presented the data they collected to the class. The presentations were marked, and Sangmarie's team was the best! There were 5 in his team, so the second picture is with the student who was behind the camera in the first picture. It was a very proud day.
That's the river Gambia. You can see around Basse Limbambulu site. Very beautiful site, you know. Yeah. These are my 2 colleague noses, you know, see that? That's river Gambia. So this other side goes to Banjul. It's another crossing point.
After being greeted at Limbambulu, it was time for the students to meet the village leaders and elders, and then the Village Development Committee. Limbambulu roads were incredibly rough and quite often overgrown. It was very hard riding, and Sangmarie was called out at all hours.
Oh guys, we back to as usual thing. Rocking. Hey, accent. Boy, Baba. Pass psycho. Psycho. See my people rocking the Mansakongo highway. Back to school as usual thing. Monday. Pow.
Now we have a gap. Phase 4 was about supervision and concluded with a practical and far-flung whatoto. Internet connectivity in whatoto was poor, so Sangmarie was unable to send much footage, though you will see one short clip soon. Meanwhile, we were beginning to think past graduation. I asked Sangmarie what he would be earning when he started working as a nurse and was dismayed to learn that he might bring home perhaps $100 per month. This was a problem because it costs at least 5 times that much to keep everyone fed and housed. Clearly, we had to do something else, and I asked if anyone in the family had marketable skills. The answer was yes. Moreover, I discovered Sang actually had 2 impossible dreams. First, nursing. Second, a family business. Paying attention over 7 years, he'd noticed clothing stores were never quiet. Gambians are big into fashion. Long story short, the fashion store project was born. Very quickly, Sangmarie found an ideal and relatively affordable location, but before any of the due diligence had been done. We either had to secure this location by a deadline or let it go, and I refused to do anything until the numbers stacked up. I pushed Sangmarie for information on costings, requirements, gotchas, what could go wrong and what have we missed. He was still studying full-time and worked very hard to get what we needed for the business plan and the budget. We even did a rough cash flow. In the process, he made useful industry and community contacts and found people who would provide business mentorship. When I was finally satisfied the numbers were realistic, they were quite large. We needed an investor. Enter the unknown investor. A low-interest loan was made available and the shop was secured. Then Sangmarie took the long trip to whatoto for the supervision practical. Here is the one video we have from whatoto, which for some reason has no sound. Imagine this daily water workout. That bucket of water would weigh close to 20 kilos, or 44 pounds.
So Maddy, you can see the shop, it's just on the highway. You can see vehicles passing. All here are shops, you can see shops. That's a very short video, you can see. The ground on the highway. That's SP on demand and everything.
has a store. Yeah, you can see now the shop is on the finishing. Okay, it's painted, but you can't see that. Okay, you can see. They are only finishing. You can see that's the toilet. That's the toilet. It's still working. Very soon they will finish. Soon. You can see that's the view inside, and those are vehicles passing. So you can see. In the evening, it's always a traffic block. Sweetheart, you can see they're just boughting materials. They're using with their vehicles, and it's almost about to start. Tomorrow they will start their work. Today they only buy the materials and bought them. Come on. Hey sweetheart, you can see they are on the work today. In the big time work, you can see Auntie is there. See what they did today. It's today's work. Auntie said here, instead of saying only fashion shop at the billboard, I'll mention fashion shop and salon. She said I'll mention that. So this today's work. So tomorrow we will be back and they will do their work. They're great guys. Work in progress. Today's works without SP. That's the cassia. Yeah, the cassia was in the right hand. You can see the right hand. And there's this counter table. This wall. Oh, I'm gonna start it. Thank you. I see that. The owner of the shop, what do you have to say? Here is party face. Small girl with big face.
Thank you.
More grandmasters. Aku video ni binatu liya ko. Allah do ko len de na sula la.
sweetheart, instead of Auntie B to videorize me, she said no, she's the owner of the subsistence, gonna take me everywhere.
Bilang ngebubung betap dulu.
Sangmarie made many trips to urban centres to buy materials. This cost both money and time, as each trip had to be negotiated separately with the driver. It was clear that hiring drivers for stock gathering trips would be both time-consuming and expensive, and in the rainy season the stock would get damaged. That's when we realised we'd forgotten something. We needed a vehicle. We went back to the unknown investor who was able to add the required funds to the loan. Then Sangmarie got his driver's licence. He's been driving for many years anyway, so now he's legitimate. He also started looking at cars. And here it is! I guess if you want to go car shopping, it helps to have a driver's licence.
Naturo Cafano. Some seats today. I have a lot of stops here. A lot of work too. Lot. Painting was done and the place looks so beautiful. You can see the dispenser and get a lot of stocks, you know. You can see the fans. See the fans for the ceiling. Lot of stuff, you know. So you can see all these stuffs and other starches inside. You can see, and this time fix the pipe, you know. And this store, maybe later I will turn it to a salon for Auntie B to really work here, okay? Yeah, I think we are almost done. We almost done. And guess who came through? Edina came through. Edina came through today. Edina, say hi. So we are coming to watch the place, clean it. That is where the shoes will be hanging. And you can see, and up there you get the TV, and almost done. And here, some of the clothes will be hanging here. See, we're not done yet. Still on it. Auntie B said, "Come and help her with the work." She said, "Come and help her." You can see stuffs. Getting beautiful, just got some seats. What a nice view. Walk.
shop sign arrived and was duly installed. And up it goes. And now you see him. And now you don't.
Hey sweetheart, guess who came through? We back from practical, so you can see. Yes, yeah, the footballer.
Hello.
That's Ahmad.
Hello. We miss you so much, man. We miss you.
So they came to visit. We passed by the shop. So I'll be working here with Omar as usual, and he's here to visit. So auntie already programmed everything on her way. So you can see the carpets. I think I have to increase the carpet. All the stuffs. So you can see. So everything is well programmed. Thank you.
And this is just a quick hello for you and the boys. I think of you all as the boys now. You just go together. So, hello, gorgeous to see you in the shop. It looks amazing. Great to see you. Have fun. Enjoy the weekend. Sangmarie got the car serviced soon after purchase. Just as well. The old oil looks like treacle and the filter needed changing.
Maddy, who is sitting in my car? Who is sitting here? She said we really work, We gave you what all that you're doing at the shop, and you still provide a vehicle for the shop.
With exams done, the excited students gathered at the school. Everyone got into formal attire for the big celebration. Photos were taken with family and friends, and then the ceremony began, albeit an hour late.
I will now call the next speaker to give us a remark. That is the principal of CHS School, Mr. Dulu Al-Wadud Tanya.
All right, Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to try to make sure that I am as brief as possible. So the guest speaker, chief examiner, colleague, lecturers, the representatives of the Regional Health Directorate, students, let me say outgoing students, and then students in the school, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think Mr. Mane added bystanders. So bystanders, good evening to you all. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be given the opportunity once again to give a few remarks on this special occasion. But this occasion is possible because there is a particular class that had ensured that the tradition of the school is maintained, and that is by 31. Hello, can we say thank you to them? Or equally, if there was no class that had ensured that they worked so hard for us to have a day to celebrate, then there wouldn't be a celebration, and that is by 30. Let's give them some.
Yay, batch 30!
I think this occasion is as a result of the exams that is done, but we are still not very sure of what had happened in the exams. So at this juncture, I deem it necessary to invite the chief examiner to just give us a clue of what happened in the exams. I think that is necessary. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, the chief examiner was once a student of this school. And today, he is pursuing a PhD. So if he is able to do it, we too can do it. Chief Examiner, please, you are welcome. Good evening, Mr. Principal. Good evening, lecturers, Vice Principal, guest speaker, invited guests, and students of this noble school. I am honored and privileged to serve as the Chief Examiner. As the principal said, we were all students of this school, and not only students, but also a lecturer of this school. So we have served our own and then handed the baton to our colleagues. I am also very honored and privileged to announce the results. Having gone through the exam successfully, and we have observed that discipline was maintained, professionalism was maintained, and there was no malpractice observed. Knowing the school very well, I think if anybody knows the school, I think I know the school very, very well. So the performance manifested by batch 30, if there is, I don't think there are many of them. So therefore, with the results, and they have registered 100%.
Yep.
Thank you.
Kiki, you have to unmute yourself. I'm sorry, your sound was just coming through. I'm going to. There we go.
Yay!
Woohoo!
That's what they wanted. 100% pass.
Gigi, we made it, 100% pass, 100% pass, 100%. Everybody get a pass. I get a pass in nothing.
Congratulations, mate. Well done, brother.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Woohoo!
All right.
It's raining, Maddy. It's raining, you know.
It's raining?
It's raining? Honey. Bye. The outdoor ceremony couldn't continue until the rain stopped, so the only thing left to do was to dance. After graduating as registered community health nurses, Sangmarie, Omar and Yaya studied for the weekend and then went to Banjul for their Lancing Board exams. The Lancing Board is a state-level professional nursing body which manages nursing in the Gambia. Passing the Lancing exam opens the door to placement in a role and provides protection in the event of a workplace incident. Next, Sang and Omar travelled to Dakar to buy stock for the shop.
Hey guys, good morning to you all. I'm heading to Dakar, the final terminal. You see, I even used my student nursing ID card not to pay a ticket getting the ferry here. I use my nursing ID card not to pay a ticket to cross student ID card because I didn't get my nursing license yet. So they're going with it and showing it around. So I'm going with my friend Omar. We're going together. See Omar. He also uses school ID student. And let me show you guys the Ozone spots. So the spots. See people waiting. That's my G. Come. Beautiful sunrise.
Here's Oma, Auntie B, Binta and Sangmarie in the finished shop on the evening of opening day, with every reason to be proud.
Yo man, welcome to Big Sang Fashion Shop. Big Sang Fashion Shop, all set. Come get your Rolex, your Gucci socks. Come get all the stuffs that you need, Hello, welcome. Come get all that you need will be here, and orders will be made. You can make your order for the next trip and you'll get all that you need. The very good quality. You can see all these stuffs are here. Come get yours.
From the street, the shop is bright and welcoming at the end of an exciting day. The next day, there's even more celebration. Sangmarie's class gets the results of their Lancing Board exams. 100% pass again!
Yeah, it's 100% pass with that. We are celebrating here with Omar, we're celebrating everyone in our class got a pass, everyone pass, So thank God in our school we didn't have a fail. Others they have 2 failures and 2 examination malpractice. But thanks be to God in our class we never had examination malpractice. We don't have any failure. We don't have any absentee. So we were all present and we all did the exam. So thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm so happy. Now it's a celebration. It's a big celebration.